Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, and welcome to this edition of Office Hours with Lanora. This episode or edition of Office Hours with Lanora is going to be a little different. It is a bit candid, just kind of relaxed, taking a break from the 9 to 5. Wanted to just stop in today because we're at a point in the year where we are about to approach the holidays, and one in particular, a thankful time period for a lot of us, if not all of us. But I wanted to stop in today to share my insight or just have some conversations in a sense with you about how becoming a real estate professional helped to change my life and why I am so thankful. So with that said, let's begin. We all know that Office Hours with Lanora typically serves 3 points. The first point is to help those that express an interest in real estate learn about their options. The second point is to help others that have begun a journey and started their pre-licensing coursework pass their course on a first attempt and be knowledgeable about what it takes to do that. And then third and final, for those that have already begun a career in real estate, how to stay in this industry. So for those of you that don't know, and I thank everybody that has joined and have been following me throughout the past few years, my journey in real estate started almost 20 years ago. And at that time, we were known as real estate salespersons. And that's what I started at. I took a pre-licensing course. It was 45 hours back then. And I passed on the first attempt my pre-licensing course. I did not use my real estate license right away because I had a safe job and I was getting a payroll check from an employer every 2 weeks. I was just going to really use real estate to supplement my income. I worked in an interior design and architecture industry or a firm that did a lot of international work. Unfortunately, when 9/11 occurred in 2001 and the catastrophic event that caused and the destruction and the lives that were lost from that, that act of terrorism basically crippled the industry that I was in at that point in time. And pink slips were being passed out. And I've shared this story with quite a few of my prospective students and now people that are in the industry. But when those pink slips were being passed out, I knew at that time that it was going to take a faith move for me. And that's what I did. I stepped out on complete faith. I put my real estate license in full effect and I started working. And when I tell you I use this word a lot, I had to grind. I had to grind to the point where every time I stepped out of my home, I was on. People had to know that I was a real estate professional and I was seeking and interested in helping them secure their real estate dreams, making those come true. So how real estate changed my life ultimately, in the beginning, I never wanted to use it as something to do full time. It was always going to be part-time, supplemental, something to do on the weekends to add to my family, as well as to help others reach those real estate goals that they have for themselves. When I relied on real estate full-time, I treated it just like it was a traditional full-time job. But the spin on it was I actually enjoyed what I was doing. I began to have a passion for it. HGTV was like my go-to channel on every TV in my house. But then something happened. The market, the industry was changing after a few years. My first year in the business, being Rookie of the Year for the company that my sponsor and broker, the real estate company that I worked with, everything was clicking. But as the industry started to take a turn, I was at that point pregnant with my third child, and my personal life took a hit. I was married and I was facing a divorce while having a high-risk pregnancy. So I couldn't work as much in real estate. And I had to rely on some friends to kind of help me get through showings and appointments and things of that nature. And I'm still friends with a lot of those people to this day. But because I had to step away for some point in time, because now I had to rely back on that safe job, being the sole provider of my home after going through a divorce and having a new baby. I lost my love and that zest for real estate because I had to fall into a traditional role. What I learned about myself at that time, and that's what I want to share with a bunch of you guys, and men and women, is when you step out on faith, when you believe in yourself to the point of no return, nothing will stop you. I thought that I had to give up my real estate career because I was somebody's mom and I had a mortgage and a car note and credit cards and student loans and things that I had to pay for. But that real estate dream never died. That fire never died out. It never went away. I then found myself, after beginning a career in admissions, working with colleges and universities, wanting to get back into real estate. I merged the two by having that admission side and having upwards of many years of real estate practice working full time into the position that I am in right now. This is a very unique position as an education and admissions advisor, specialist, representative, whatever you want to call it. But there is, in the United States of America, to my knowledge, there is no other person doing the job that I do. I love what I do, and it helps me to be able to share insight and my experiences with a lot of you. When I got back into the business after being away for some time, when the market took a hit in 2008, I realized what impact a professional career in real estate had on my life. I was an investor, I was an appraiser, I was a salesperson, later then a broker. All the time where I thought that I had kind of stepped away from real estate, I actually didn't. I used real estate a lot to be able to afford a lot of the things that I wanted to do. So even if I wasn't working full-time representing clients, I had morphed into an investor. So I still had that connection to the industry and always learning, always taking on extra classes or getting some form of training up under my belt. Real estate for me has taken me places that I never thought that I would go. I've been able to travel the world, do things in international arenas. I've been able to, as a single parent, put my daughter through college and have her to graduate and now pursuing a master's degree on her own now. Her mama ain't paying for that. But having the support, I've been able to help my parents and my grandparents and, in essence, take some pressure off of them. I do have a couple of degrees, both a bachelor and a master's degree. Ultimately, I was supposed to use those degrees towards being an operations manager for a plant, or like a Pepsi Cola or Coca-Cola type office or corporation setup, running plants and things of that nature. I've never used my degrees for that. And I know a lot of people say, well, why do you need a degree to be in real estate? You don't. I know a lot of people that have a high school diploma. And this is what makes this industry so unique. Because you can start with a high school diploma upwards to having a doctoral degree and so on and so forth, and still accomplish the goal of helping people live out their real estate dreams. So for me, real estate has been a blessing. It has, again, helped me do things that I don't know I would have done being an operations manager. It has helped me go places that I don't know that I would have had the time to go. Most importantly, I have been a contributing factor to a bunch of families having a place to turn on the porch light and to tuck in at night. So that self-fulfillment and that accomplishment when you can pass those keys across the table, like I've said many times before, when you're helping your buyers and your sellers close and move on to the next transaction or the next home or the next property that they're going to ultimately be an investor for the first time, you feel so accomplished. So for that reason, I am thankful for real estate. I consider myself blessed to have such a long career in this industry that I love. I will continue to be a resource for those that call the school or see me on the street and ask me questions. I will make sure that I do the best of my abilities and to my abilities to share my experiences, my advice, my resources, my thoughts with you. So for me, real estate changed my life, and I hope that it can do the same for you. What makes me so grateful about real estate, again, is because I get to do things like this. I get to share my story. I get to pour into you all and share that advice and answer questions and laugh and smile, but also hold your hand when you don't know the steps to take. And I talked to someone just today that was afraid because of a personal experience that happened, which they were pretty much scammed. And they have this nipping at them about real estate, and she shared that story with me, and I want to tell her, because I think she's watching today, go for it. Shoot for the stars, because guess what? If you land or you hit one of them, there's plenty more up there for you to continue to aim for. This industry, this year, this pandemic has all worked together for my good. And I hope that it will continue to do the same for you. So if you are considering a career in real estate, you know what to do. Give me a call, 312-214-5513, or you can email me, ltolliver@chicagorealtor.com. And of course, I'll make sure that that is attached to this live video. So next week, we are looking to celebrate on a special day, Thanksgiving, to be thankful for what we have accomplished and where we are in our present life. I'm going to ask that you and your family continue to be safe. Take all of the precautions necessary. This will be a different Thanksgiving for myself and my family. It will only be immediate family, meaning my children and my grandmother. I won't be sharing physically space with anyone else that is not in my household. And I ask that you all consider that, because I want to be here and I want you to be here for as long as heavenly possible. I want to share advice with you guys, and I want to be able to talk to you this same time next year. So be safe. Enjoy your time. Do things virtually. Again, take a restful period. Put your thoughts together to prepare for the upcoming new year. But take this time to reflect on what you're most thankful for. Eat a lot of cake and pies too, because we have been stressed this year, and I plan on having a special dessert and getting through this thing too. So continue to be strong. Thank you for joining me on my office hours with Lanora. I'm most thankful for you taking the time out of your day, twice a month, 3 times a month, once a month, or whenever I pop in, to just listen. A lot of you have told me how the videos have helped, and the advice that I've been sharing, that helps me. That helps me too. So if there is a subject that you would like us to discuss going forward on the Office Hours with Lanora series, just leave that comment or that topic below, and I will definitely try to put that into the rotation for next year. Join me next month. We're going to be talking about planning and preparing for the 2021 year. I'll talk about vision boards. I'll even show you my vision board for 2020. And that's all. So thank you again for stopping by and sharing a few minutes of your time with me. Remember to be thankful. Remember to be safe. Remember to remain blessed. And I will see you next month. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.